Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Poetry in the PM. I've been having such an amazing time with different guests and with you guys sharing poetry every day. Today you guys are very lucky because I have another guest, Candace Nicholas-Lippman. We actually met on the set of Grey's Anatomy. She guest starred this season. And for all of you Grey's fans out there, you'll definitely recognize her. And we got to know each other and exchange information. I got to know that she was an amazing poet and spoken word artist, and she has done some work on Good Trouble, which Chandra Wilson has directed on, our Dr. Bailey. And I also have another friend, Sharonis, on that show. So there was just a lot of common ground. And so when this whole Poetry in the PM kind of thing came together, I reached out to Candace, and she was very gracious and very kind. And she said she would love to read a poem. So today, you guys are in luck, and I'm going to bring her on right now with enormous technical difficulty, as usual. Anybody who's Candace. Oh, there she is. Boom, boom. Why does it say unable to join? Unable to join. Why? Candace. This is every day. This is every day. The struggles of I can't just. There's got to be some easier way to do this. Every day I'm just like struggling. But how are you guys doing? There she is. Yeah, there she is. There. I think that should work. Hold on a second. Come on, baby. There she is. Okay.
Hi.
Yay, it's real. It's happening.
Yes, it's happening.
Okay. So everybody, this is Candace Nicholas-Lippman. As I said before, she guest starred on Grey's this year, and we met, and then I got to discover all this other amazing stuff about her in her poetry world, and I'm super excited to have her today. And tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about what you brought today.
Well, hello, beautiful people. First, I want to make sure I know how to pronounce your name correctly.
It's Giacomo. Giacomo.
Huh?
Giacomo.
Giacomo.
Yes.
Yeah,
but it's all good. It's
no.
all good. It's all good. Dr. DeLuca works just fine.
Giacomo, well, hello, beautiful people. My name is Candace, and I am an actress and spoken word artist here in Los Angeles. And what's the question?
No, I just want to know a little bit about yourself, and then tell us about the piece that you brought. You know, kind of how it came to you, why you wrote it, what inspired you to write it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I am an artist. Like, I live and breathe it, like, to my core. And the poem that I have for you guys today is titled "The Heart Sings." And I actually wrote this poem New Year's Eve, and I performed it at my church. And I haven't really performed it since until, like, recently. And I feel like with everything that's going on in the world right now, that this piece is kind of needed right now. And everything that I do as an artist is all about inspiring and wanting to give hope to people. And I'm very conscious about that, like what I post on my social media, what my brand is, what I stand for. And I just want to inspire people.
Bless you. Okay, great. Well, take it away.
Oh, we just got okay.
Yeah.
Well, something I do want to say for all your listeners, just in case if people are like, what is she doing? So I'm a spoken word artist, and spoken word and poetry are the same thing, but they have a slight difference.
Definitely.
Poetry is really focused on language, where spoken word has a little bit of swag to it. It has a little
performance
bit of to it.
Yeah.
So in case people are like, is she rapping? Like, what is she doing? It's like, I'm doing spoken word.
Definitely, yeah. Spoken word has a large performance element to it, so I'm excited.
Okay. So, y'all, here it is. The Heart Sings. Turn to your neighbor and say, my heart's got rhythm. Now turn to the other side and say, I want to hear it sometime. Here goes mine. Do you ever stop to listen to your heart? I know, that sounds so corny and cliche, but that's the sound my heartbeat makes. Being transparent, I suffer from chest pain, so I've always been afraid that the beating would just stop from an unexpected attack, like that's how my story would end. So when I place my hand across my chest just to listen, it reminds me I'm still here, I'm still breathing, there's still a beat. That's the melody it sings. More than just a muscle, it is a symphony. My heart not only transports oxygen, nutrients, and hormones, but it bleeds for God, aches for the arts, cries for creativity, and yearns for artistry, desires passion, outpours love. My heart feels everything it is too forgiving. My heart, the most fragile organ, but yet the most powerful, like many of us, has been tampered with, taken advantage of, and constantly broken, operated like a piece of equipment, toyed with like a child's plaything. It has gone through the ring of lies and deception, being brainwashed and manipulated, has suffered every abuse one can imagine because we did not protect it as we were instructed to do so in the book of Proverbs. See, the world tells us, you just follow your heart. But I think that's backwards. This muscular organ that pumps blood through our bodies was designed to lead. It is the wellspring of life. Your heart carries the essence of who you are. It is the core of your being. It stores everything, your fears, your hopes, and your dreams. My heart has its own personality. It longs to live and love so intensely, to pursue and fulfill destiny. When people ask me, why you always on 100? I wish they could understand that this is the way my heart was created. It is consumed with zeal and passion and expresses it in every form, including this poem. See, 2019 was a year of anxiety for me. Anxious for opportunities, tiptoeing and people please. My heart was suffocating, going into cardiac arrest because I was diminishing myself to make others comfortable. But here we are in this new decade, and my heart had a lot to say. No longer will it apologize for being too sensitive, for having so much energy, joy unexplainable, and slight OCD. No longer will it feel guilty for being gifted or shrink in size because you can't handle its life. My heart will sing loud and proud, focus on the vision he has given me. I want my dreams so badly that this idea of mediocrity, of not leaving a leg, not dying empty, of unfulfilled purpose, it keeps me hungry. I will no longer allow those with no rhythm dictate my lyrics. See, God is the composer and I the instrument, so lead the way, Father. My heart is listening. I believe each of our hearts have a unique sound, a rhythm that was molded specifically for your assignment. No one else carries your tune. Your gift was tailor-made for you. Your heart, like Jumanji drums, its own beat. So I give you this 2020 to walk boldly, unapologetically, no longer bowing down to those who wish they had your sound. Listen, y'all. We don't have time to babysit other people's opinions or projected insecurities. If 2018 didn't teach us anything, and even now in 2020 with all those passing, is that tomorrow really is not promised. So let this be the year that you start your business, that you write that book, that you lead with this word and rebuke the naysayers. This is a year you throw your hat in the ring. And listen, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, okay? There may be days where you may be off key and the note's not quite in sync, but always remember that you have a creator who's already given you all that you need. So this 2020, follow your dreams and let your heart sing. Thank you.
Yay! Amazing. Thank you, Candace. That was so beautiful. Oh, wow. All the emotion you put into that was so beautiful. I was moved several times. Very, very beautiful. And you can tell, you guys, that if she was to just read that, it just wouldn't be the same. You just would not get what
Yeah.
she was coming at you with. So,
I
yeah,
hope people understand, because I know you have like a lot of, your page reaches like internationally. So but I hope people understand what I'm saying.
yeah, but this whole thing that I started was about connecting people, right? Because in this moment, I just feel like we're super divided and everybody's forced to stay in their homes, right? So I thought, wouldn't this be a cool way to kind of connect us all virtually, of course, into like our different cultures and stuff, right? So like I'm getting people who speak different languages from different cultures to speak poetry from their world, so we can all see people across the world, and maybe we don't understand what they're saying, but we feel them, right? We feel their tune or their energy or their heart, like you said, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just love about, the one thing that really stuck with me about your poem was the world tells you to follow your heart, right? But it's like, it's true. It's like, it's good advice and it's cute, but it's kind of corny, right? And it's
right.
You have to make your own way, you know what I mean? And like you said, unapologetically, you have to, we are originals, and instead of sort of pointing out our differences as if they're negatives, to embrace them as positives and the things that make us unique, and that those are the things that are going to make us achieve our dreams that no one else possibly could, because they were not given the heart that we were given, right?
Yes. And I work with youth and young people. Like, I love the babies. That's my passion and my heart. And I always try to tell them that, and as well as, my friends and people that I come in contact with, that you trying to be like everyone else does a disservice to yourself and who God created you to be. Like, we don't need carbon copies. And we live in a world right now where everyone wants to be like everybody else, because everyone wants to get on. They want the clout. They want to look. They want to be you. You know what I mean? They want to be. And it's like, no, what God put in you, He specifically designed for you. And there's someone out there that needs you to be you, because you don't know whose life you may be saving by just being yourself, And
I also think,
Giacomo, I'm one of those people. I will never compromise. What'd you say?
as it goes for love, and finding love in the world, you're never going to find that person.
Right.
And then you're going to end up with someone who's loving you for the wrong reasons, and so you have to be authentic, and that's the only way you're going to attract who you're meant for. And whether that's relationships, friendships, a job, an opportunity, the only way you're going to attract you is if you live authentically. And so I think that's what I loved so much about what you wrote.
Right.
It doesn't seem that way sometimes, though. It seems like it's easier to.
I don't know what's going on. Right. Right.
You're a little delayed on me.
Am I looking like pixelated to you?
No, no, no.
No, I look clear. Yeah, like you're going, like you're going in and out. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Come on, technology.
Yeah, come on. My connection is bad. Can you guys do you guys have any questions for Candace that you guys want to write in the comments? Maybe she can read some of her, any kind of like questions.
Oh, someone said connection is bad. They say you're pixelated. So the same thing
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, they say they can't hear you.
Yeah. I don't know what to do about that.
That's weird, because I can see. Yeah.
You can see me
coming in a little bit.
Oh, geez. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Is this better?
Okay. Yes, that's better.
Okay.
Because you talk slowly, please. You can't see Giacomo. I'm butchered the name again. Oh my God.
Giacomo. Yeah,
Yeah, they said now they can hear you now. They said we can hear him now.
Okay, you can hear me now better? This is good?
Yes, I can hear you way better.
Okay.
Someone asked, what was it like for me working with the Grey's Anatomy's actors?
Oh, yeah.
Amazing, guys.
If I remember correctly, like when I met you on set, you told me that you were like a big fan of the show, right?
Oh my, like all the way from like McDreamy, like all from C1, like a fan. You don't understand. When I was on set, y'all, I was like, Jesus, am I really in Grace Sloan Memorial Hospital? Like, this is
Oh
really
my
happening
God.
right now.
Well, we loved having you, and you were so funny. Your character wasn't funny, but you were funny. So you were definitely acting. You were definitely doing some acting.
Yeah. Right. Man, in my mind, though, I always dreamed like one day when I get on Grey's Anatomy, I want to be like the intern or like the new doctor, you know. But yeah, I'm still grateful. You know, I got to be king.
Never know. You never know. You never know. All right. What are some people saying here? Got any question for her?
Hello, they love you, DeLuca. You are a beautiful man.
She said, "Oh, they loved your performance. Thank you, guys. Hello from Brazil."
Different language. I don't really know. They said we're so funny together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yay. They loved it. Thank you. I think this is so awesome that you're doing this. Like,
yeah.
I really think that a lot of people, like, no matter what's going on in this world, when you are a creative and that's all to be, nothing can stop you from doing that. You know what I mean?
But also, like, one of the biggest reasons I love acting is I love actors and I love artists and performers and being around them. So I'm going crazy not being able to like be with my fellow creatives in this moment. And so
right.
If I can connect with people like you and we can do something creative together, I'm just like, oh, it makes my heart alive. So
yes.
we get to do stuff, you know what I mean? And you were telling me, I think while we were chatting, that you did something like this a couple of days ago or something, like you were doing some other poetry.
Yes, I did. Huh?
You were doing like another poetry live on another account or something? Mm-hmm. What was that about?
Like it's another great poet. His name is J.O., and he's such an amazing poet. And he lives, I think, in Ohio. But he's the thing like us, where it's just like being an artist and a creative, and you can't go out to do it. And I'm like, thank God for this internet, because we could still, you know, do it. And so yeah, he hosted an open mic. He had like a whole lineup of poets and everything. And then tonight he performed on the Poetry Lounge, which is like this huge spoken word event. Shout out to my sis Jasmine Williams. She's one of the leaders of the event, and they do it every Tuesday night. And since they can't congregate in person, we're doing it through live. So yeah, just still trying to do my. You know?
Do you have some kind of like a website or something with your poems, or some place where I can send people to so they can like see some of your poetry, or a book, or I don't know? Is there something that I can divert people to?
So I am on the book, amen, because people have been asking me about that for years, and my pastor's like, baby girl, you need to have product. Like, this is ridiculous, you know. But I do have my own clothing line. I'm wearing one of my hoodies right now.
Okay. Work it. What do you got going on here? What is your shirt? Let me see it.
Yes. So I have a one-woman show called A Rose Called Candace. I just recently performed off-Broadway in New York. And I thank you. I'm so excited about that. And I have my own clothing line. So if you go to A Rose Called Cam, all of my merchandise, everything is there. Any way that you want to support me, you can just purchase through my site.
Okay, you guys heard it. A rosecalledcandace.com. Check it out, guys.
And make sure you see how my spell because people always misspell my name.
Yes,
So they're
it's
like,
Candace, like a ace at the end, ACE, Candace.
yes,
Candace.
yes,
Yes.
exactly,
Um,
exactly.
okay, well, thank you so much, Candace. This was awesome. Thank you for not just reading but performing your poem. It was so beautiful. I hope you guys got a kick out of it. And go to her website and buy
Yes,
her lots of clothes and stuff. And be on the lookout for her book coming out soon.
yes,
Because she
yes.
has all this time on her hands in this quarantine that she's going to be writing her book. And yeah, I will see you guys
Right.
tomorrow. I see you guys tomorrow on Poetry in the PM. Love you guys.
Love you. Bye, Giacomo.